Today's video is going to be about due diligence in real estate. How should you go about your due diligence? What kind of people should you include in your due diligence process? And how should you go about doing your due diligence? I saw a video online that explains the kind of people you should include, how you should go about it, and the kind of due diligence you should do whenever you're about to invest in real estate. Let's watch this video together and let's see one or two things that you can learn from it. Let's go.
Everybody now is talking about due diligence, but how? What should they do? What kind of due diligence should they do? And any other advice you have?
Let's make five things. Number one, when you are done with your realtor giving you what they feel is the best deal in the area, because you can't find it by yourself. Realtors are the ones that have all that information. Then they will be like, okay, I have access to this person. I can even give you 5% discount. Or I know that this development started this year and there's a lot of advantage here. Or the past 5-year trend I've seen, this place is growing at a rapid rate. Let us get on this one. When you get that out of the way, you need a lawyer. You need a surveyor. What is the job of the surveyor? They need to collect, after collecting the documents that the developer is offering you. First of all, don't buy from Omonile. If you buy from Omonile, you are in trouble. A large number of people that buy from them, they sell what they don't even own. And you can't even really trace what is what. So better you buy from a developer, even if it's 20% more. That 20% they've used to cover up for the shortfalls that the developer, then the Omonile did not do. Now, your surveyor takes the documents that they have. They go and take coordinates on the land to make sure that where they are claiming they have C of O for, that place, according to Alausa Lands Bureau, they are the ones that own it. Because you see cases where they claim they're the owner of this place, maybe like 50 plots, but they are selling outside where their 50 plots is. That issue, we've heard of developers that they don't build their back fence. That anytime new buyers come, they just, developers, Omonile, they just keep extending and extending and extending. And by default, there are places in Lagos that by default under acquisition. Whether the government has not even come to say this place is acquired, by law, it's for the government. If Omonile sells that place to you, you're in trouble. Now, Omonile out of the way, developers. Some developers, shady ones, are ready to sell anything to see money. Because they didn't enter the game to solve housing crisis. They entered the game because they say there's money there and they want to cash out. So after getting your surveyor to confirm who owns this land, is he owned by this person? Once the surveyor has confirmed that one, you can rest a bit. The next thing the surveyor is going to do for you is to confirm topography. Is this place in a floodplain? You don't want to buy water now, you want to buy land.
The first thing your surveyor will do is to confirm the ownership, and the next thing he's going to do is to confirm the topography.
Other thing they'll confirm is it along any drainage channel? They have to confirm that for you. Another thing they need to confirm is it under acquisition? Is the surveyor that will check that for you based on what the general, they call it charting. Once the surveyor has done that for you, you can rest. Now the lawyer steps in to confirm ownership history. Every land at one point belonged to somebody before it belonged to the developer. The developer, they just born them now. How many years is it? Land has been existing way before that. You need to trace ownership. Even as far back as Nigeria became Nigeria or Lagos became Lagos. Who were the original settlers on the land? Is your Omonile okay? How did Omonile sell it to the person that sold it to the person that sold it to the person? Now along the line, did anybody borrow money with that land as collateral? If they did, have they paid the money back? And if they paid the money back, is there any proof that the money has been paid? All that information will be confirmed by the lawyer. Once the lawyer has confirmed all that and said, this is a go, there is no problem, then your mind is at rest. You still have to call the surveyor back. Because when ownership is transferred to you, you still have to redo your survey. Because that survey now has to carry your name.
Yeah.
You understand? Also, when a land, they tell you land is C of O. C of O means that the government has given the right of occupancy within a certain usage to that developer. For example, don't go and buy forest. There are some areas that are zoned for agriculture. If you buy it and you go and build house, you are better ready to put a farm at the back and call that house your farmhouse. If you can't prove that to the government, they'll carry your house and be going. So once you confirm that they've done all that, you do your survey. Once you do your survey and it's in your name, you then call your lawyer back. Let us start the process of governor's consent. Now, that one might not necessarily be your priority because you've been able to establish that the developer owns the land, and you've been able to establish that through a deed of assignment, not receipt. A receipt cannot transfer real estate.
Exactly.
A deed of assignment verified by your own lawyer that you gave money, not their own lawyer.
The point you made here is very, very important. A deed of assignment is the only document that transfers ownership from the seller to the buyer, not the receipt, not the contract of sales. Let's go.
Yeah. Even if they are going to prepare the deed for you, get your own lawyer. Let them verify that all the clauses here are in my favor. And even if they are not, there is no issue.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some developers will write into it that you must be willing to pay service charge. And that is not their fault as well, except some developers that use that one as a secondary source of income. There's cost to pumping water. There's cost to leaving the street lights on.
Exactly.
There's cost to hire security to put there. There are other things like packing the sewage treatment plant after it has been full. There are costs there are different costs, like cutting the grass.
Exactly.
You understand? The landscaping and all that. Those costs exist. And you have to agree that as a homeowner in this estate, you are willing to participate. So those clauses are supposed to be confirmed. When they are confirmed, then your mind is at rest. But if you ever want to use that land or that house to borrow money in the future, because the whole point of having real estate is you being able to use it as a collateral, you must do your governor's consent. If the land doesn't have a C of O or any root title associated with the government, then the onus will be on you to get it. But once a C of O exists, in Lagos, usually 99 years, once they give Confidence Developers Limited or Eden Oasis Developers Limited a C of O, if you sell to them, they cannot get another C of O. The government is not stupid. 99 years is 99 years. You, through your deed of assignment, will receive a portion of it because they won't sell all their land to you.
Exactly.
Now you then get a consent from the governor that says, I consent to the transfer of ownership from Eden Oasis development to Mr. A, B, and C. Once you've done that, if you want to borrow money from the bank tomorrow, give them your document, they'll borrow you. But if you want to transfer ownership, sometimes you don't need to do your governor's consent. You can put it on the next person.
Exactly.
But if your governor's consent is in place, you charge more than the person that has to do it after they've given it to you. So the game is funny, but it's quite clear. Things you need is to make sure the ownership is clear. Make sure the location that they claim it is where it is. Once you confirm those two things, you are 50% out of the blue. The next thing you have to worry about is the quality of construction. And that only concerns if you are not buying a land, you are buying a ready-made development. Who are the architects on the project? Who are the structural engineers? Who are the mechanical, electrical engineers? Who are the surveyors on the project? All those things, when it comes to estates, those things have to be covered. So as a buyer, if you are not willing to dance through all that headache, hire professionals. Once they are collecting your money, they are loyal to you. It's not as if you are calling the developer surveyor to tell you, nah, so he be. Please, who is paying him?
Very important point.
You understand? While they will not lie to you directly, they can omit. And omission is a problem for you at the end of the day. So make sure you get ownership complete. Make sure you hire professionals and make sure you do everything you're supposed to do. And yes, for you to get a survey, it's up to 1 million naira. There's no survey less than 700,000.
Location.
Depends on the location. So anybody that tells you to do survey for you for 50K, but you can't. Thank you.
Wow.
Yes, that is it about due diligence. So if you are an investor or you are an intending investor, you want to invest in less and you are bothered about how to get by your due diligence or anything about due diligence, I hope this video explains what to do, what not to do, and how to do whatever you want to do. So let me know in the comment section the points that you take away from this video, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye.